Hello and welcome to the Gran Turismo 7 World Series Manufacturers Cup. Round 3 out of 4 of the first test season on Suzuka circuit. 5.8 kilometers of track, 18 turns and 4 laps. We start this race in 13th after a poor qualifying, but we know we should be able to get up in the pack. Take note of the Lexus in front of us here, as we start this race in 3, 2, 1, and we're off! All of us getting a pretty decent start as usual with these rolling starts. As we get into the first turn, the Lexus hits the brake a little early, making us avoid round the outside, but we keep both turns 1 and 2 clean. This one will be a tough one. As we get to turn 3, and oh no, we correct it as the Lamborghini goes round the outside, bumps into us slightly, hits the grass, sending him wide. Luckily he ghosted through us or we'd be in a 3-car pileup. A little bit of a bumping behind. As we get to turn 7, and again the Lamborghini goes wide, but this time spinning out. What a terrible way to go. This track is a difficult one, and rear wheels need smooth input, sometimes delicate input, and brakes you just don't want to hit too late. The Lexus in front of us saves it after losing a little traction. We power through to the hairpin at turn 11. But we exit a little too wide with the Citroën GT right behind us. We flat-footed through turn 12, staying just in front of the Citroën. Up ahead we see a GR Supra go too wide, losing 6th position. We get into turn 13 and we also go too wide, lose our position to the Citroën. As the Supra gets back in 12th, we get back into 14th. The Supra loses traction up ahead, allowing the Citroën to overtake. A little bumpy as the Citroën goes by, but they stay out of each other's way, which is great to see. Love to see it. We power through to turn 15, staying behind the Supra. The Supra goes too wide, allowing us to go into 13th place. We make a lot of time up at the Casio Triangle, with the Lexus being erratic, trying to save their place, but losing 2 places instead. We get up into 12th as we go across the line into the second lap. We clear the first and second turn safely, but we are slowed up by the Citroën GT trying to overtake the Renault GT3. Nice and clean through the S-bends. Bumper to bumper through turn 6. Flooring it after turn 7. But the Citroën hits the brakes early. We go wide again, trying to avoid contact, and lose our 2 positions gained. There was another Supra that went wide just ahead of us, so we are both trying to gain back our places now. Back in 14th, but it's not over yet. As we get into the hairpin beautifully this time. Flat footing it through turn 12. Getting to turn 13 and still going wide, but this time not much, only losing a small amount of time. We get back on the power and get back into the group of things. Still not far from the Supra, we take turn 15 super safely, knowing how this car can act right. Through the Casio Triangle and powering into the third lap. gaining a small amount of time on the Supra in front. We clear the first two turns as another Supra goes wide. Back on the track, and off they go again. Too much on the throttle, I would guess, but that brings us up to 13th once again. This time, let's keep it. Nice and clean again through those S-bends, gaining on the pack ahead. Make it to turn 8, but a yellow flag. Yellow flag is up for this NSX in front that almost backs into us. Luckily it goes to. We see on the race camera in the bottom right the Lexus goes too wide on the hairpin, allowing the Supra to overtake. We are also still gaining through turn 12. Onto the spoon curve, aka our arch nemesis turn 13, but we make it quite nicely this time. Down the straight, full power to turn 15, using the slip from the Lexus. Taking it very safely and slowly, but we make up a lot of time in the Castillo triangle, it seems. So we are keeping up with the pack still. We get past the line into the last lap in 12th, but there are still places to be gained. We take turn 1 and 2 beautifully. Getting into the S-bends and up ahead the NSX spins out. We narrowly avoid them and keep the power through the S-bends. Now in 11th and still gaining. Through turn 7, a little sharp, but still good. We get through turn 8 and 9 beautifully this time. This lap seems to be the cleanest so far. As we get to the hairpin, we see the Citroën, Renault and Lexus battling it out, which allows us to get by the Lexus and into 10th. The Lexus did seem to try to ram through the Renault and Citroën, which is why he goes powering through turn 12, trying to get by the Renault. Slowing down a tiny bit to not hit the Renault in front. We take turn 13 and those brakes are red hot to save us there. We get hit by the Lexus just pushing us wide for some reason, but he goes too wide because of it, allowing us to take the turn tighter and keep the 10th position. With the Lexus right behind and knowing what almost happened to the Renault, we move over to the right for turn 15 and allow him to floor it too wide. He didn't get a penalty for going too wide either, but we kept pushing through the Castillo triangle. Literally bumper to bumper, you could barely put your fingers in between. He goes to the inside thinking I'm going to go there, so I go a little wide first to trick him. He goes wide, we take the inside, we might get it. He rams into us, but I think the ram has cost him the win. We did it! We got up into the top 10. Somehow, after how this race went down, we still gained 3 positions. With dirty drivers and massive self-fails, we somehow got back up into 10th for a solid close win of 0.009 seconds of a difference. What a race. What a race. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching and take it easy.